EmberBurnsBlack here, and I know a lot of you guys did give me some positive feedback about the music last video. However, with the lyric video, or the lyric music, I unfortunately was not able to add subtitles. And whereas this audience is international, not everybody speaks clear English. So I do apologize immensely for that. So if you haven't already, welcome to my channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Today we are going to be going back to Heroes Feast. We are still in human cuisine. And I'm going to be... Oh, why is this loading? I don't like that. Okay, there we go. It's a lag on my part. Sorry, I gotta get this. There we go. Alright, so. Did it stop? No, it didn't stop. Okay. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I just want to make sure that I can see you guys, and the phone being over there, it's a little hard. So, Yawning Portal Buttermilk Biscuits. These unassuming buttermilk biscuits will melt in your mouth. Rumor has it that the esteemed Lady Asterel Silverhand provided the Yawning Portal's famed former adventurer turned proprietor Durnan with her very own recipe for these savory, flaky cakes, now served by the basket, around the clock. The inn's undisputed main attraction is the carnivorous portal that descends straight into the deadly Undermountain dungeon. These famed biscuits are a close second. Rather slattered with softened rose apple butter, spread or graced with elderberry preserves or brackleberry jam. You can't go wrong with the irresistible, quick, and easy human staple. And now you can make them in the warm confines of your own humble abode with this coveted recipe. Weary travelers and excessive drinkers take notes. It is claimed that nothing helps shake off fatigue or an ale-induced hangover quite like one of Durnan's made-to-order morning feast biscuit sandwiches, composed of easy poached or scrambled eggs and your choice of freshly fried thick ham or pork. Yummy. Hey, Ghost! How have you been? I have missed you, buddy. Oh, it is so good to see you, Ghost. Oh, hi. So, when they ate breakfast, Regis hoped that more information would be forthcoming, for the biscuits that this traveler had given to Drizzt were truly delicious and incredibly refreshing. After only a few bites, the halfling felt as if he had spent a week at rest. I'm doing good. What about you? I am awesome. I don't know what just happened. Somebody made a comment that didn't make sense and then it just vanished. So, oh well. So, let's go ahead and get started. This makes 9 biscuits. So, we're going to start. I got 12 tablespoons unsalted butter. And then 2 tablespoons room temperature, 10 tablespoons chilled. Why are you suffering? 3.5 cups all-purpose flour. Got flour plus flour on reserve if I need it. More for dusting. I don't see me dusting too much. 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. Now this is going to be fun. There's baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Please mind, do not mix these. After 7 tests in a week, I am horrified about next week for 2 tests. I really hope those are school tests and there's nothing medically wrong with you, Ghost. Kosher salt. 1.5 teaspoons kosher salt. 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. And then 1 2/3 cup of buttermilk. Got it. 2 tests. Do you remember me? I honestly don't credit. I apologize. 2 tests in a day. That's brutal, but Ghost, please let me know those are not medical tests, right? So, first thing I'm going to do to ease time and ease into this recipe is I'm going to prepare the ingredients. So I have in front of me a plate. I should be using a cutting board, but I'm not going to dirty my cutting board for butter. So, I've had this sitting out for a little bit. Hopefully, it is room temperature. So I'm going to need 2 tablespoons at room temperature, and these are labeled into a tablespoon. And then the rest chilled. 10 in the fridge. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put my butter back in the fridge, because the 2 tablespoons I think are going to be for using on the pan. Art tests, which I got to study 33 pages, and the other one is Spanish, which is hard, not going to lie. Well, yeah, learning the language is pretty hard, which is one of the reasons I don't speak another one. So I got that in the fridge. I'm going to measure out the 3.5 cups of flour. So I guess I don't need this yet. Like I said, I got reserve flour should we need it. Which I'm glad I picked up that spare bag of flour. It's about 1.5. I got 8.5 today, which is considered a 9 in English test. That's good. Well, English is easy. You speak it. I know sometimes it's a little complicated because they make it harder than it is. Because the thing that really kills us is spelling and grammar. But I was kind of an English minor. Yeah, plurals and stuff, my classmates get 6+. What is your native language? You are English, correct? I remember a couple years ago talking to one of my Turkish friends, and I had to, Italian. Yeah, so Spanish should be a little easier than English for you, bud. I remember talking to my friend who was Turkish, and I had to explain tense to him. Past, present, future. So that's about 3.5 cups right there. And it was like, okay, so this is what you're going to do, this is what you're doing, and this is what you have done. And I forget how I explained it, but he's like, that's easier than the teacher made it. I'm like, cool. Yeah, you studied English for 11 years and 2 years of Spanish. That's good. Because I think Spanish and Italian are derived off one another, correct? So that's 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Teaspoons of baking powder, teaspoons of baking soda. We'll get to that when we get to that. Same with the salt, same with the sugar. Now I need 1 2/3 a cup of cold buttermilk. So I already have measured 1 2/3 a cup of water. I'm going to go ahead and turn this water into buttermilk, because for whatever reason I can't find the cold stuff. So this is 1 teaspoon per 1/4 a cup. So this is 1 2/3. So I'm going to go ahead with 6 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to clump up a little bit more for that third. Yes, Spanish is similar to Italian, Romanian, English, but the verbs and irregulars are making life hell. Okay, so it's kind of like it's the same origin, just a different dialect, I'm going to guess. hard part is beating the chunks out of this. And I don't want to use the whisk because I need the whisk dry. I don't want to get too violent with it because then I'll have buttermilk everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like... I love the internet. I love YouTube. I used to play games internationally, and having international friends really broadens your horizons, especially South Africans to me are some of the most amazing people in the world. Which now you have like Elon Musk, who came to America because he had to get out of Africa. Well, I know gaming live. The reason I don't game live is, one, I'm not very good at it, and the last time I tried gaming online and I don't remember if it was a live stream or if I recorded with my friends, but I actually lost subscribers. So that would be why. But the idioms from South Africa to US are very different, and sometimes there'd be slang that one or the other would have to explain. So I got my buttermilk ready. So let me clean up that little splashy splash. Well, it depends, but you gotta learn doing gaming too. Gaming isn't difficult, you just gotta learn. Yeah, I mean, I can learn, but it's trying to do it and present it in a way that's entertaining to other people. Obviously, I can't swear like a sailor and be live. Alright, so with that, we're going to preheat the oven to 450. Move everything off the oven. Okay, I got that preheating. I know gaming since I was 5. I can game just fine. I just don't think people want to watch me do that because it's not very entertaining to watch me. Now, I'm not Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. They are awesome to watch. Alright, so I'm going to grease an 8-inch square baking pan. Preferably metal. Well, I couldn't find one. With 1 tablespoon of the room temperature butter, making sure to grease the corners and edges of the pan. Now, I figured this would be a little hard with the sticks, so I went ahead and pulled out the actual tub of butter. I played 4 hours of Call of Duty Warzone. See, I don't like any of those games. To me, I have more fun playing Tetris and, like, stupid little apps. So I'm just taking a paper towel and some butter and smearing it around to grease it up. This was something that me and my mom used to do with Crisco growing up. Make sure I get that corner. Oh, that's why I feel the butter on my fingers. My paper towel's ripping. I should have wadded it better. That's pretty greased. Probably a little over greased, but we won't have any sticking. Where's your, I won 2 times. The math is difficult. In 4 hours and got many cool guns. Where's your daughter? She's around here somewhere. Probably chilling on Discord with her friends. I'm still here for your information. You are entertaining. Don't worry. Thank you, credits. That means a lot to me. So I got this greased. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Coarsely cut the 10 tablespoons of chilled butter into 1/2-inch pieces and refrigerate until needed. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the stick butter back out. Excuse me. I got Discord too. Well, mine is, if you can find it. I opened the butter upside down. Cute. EmberBurnsBlack, I know there's like 4 digits behind it. I have no idea what it is, and I usually... I only use my Discord locally. Really. Set it up for gaming. But the gaming I do... And actually, guys, I've kind of lied. Let me cut this real quick. Sometimes you just need a steak knife. Boop. Discord doesn't use the 4 digits anymore. They made a new update. Block Blast is a new big thing in my school, honestly. Block Blast, I've seen the ads for it. There's so many variations of the same game. It's an awesome game, don't get me wrong. And yeah, that's kind of like something we've been playing since I was a kid. So let me explain myself. Because I do game, however, I'm not a PC gamer and I'm not a console gamer. If you have to ask me, I will go PC over console any day. Okay? Let me get that. Yeah, it's basically Tetris. Yeah, exactly. So, that being said, let me get my butter back in the fridge. I tabletop game. So, when I game, I'm not sitting... I play PC anytime, right? And everybody has their preference. There's no right or wrong between PC or console. It's just, I find the PC is... I like the control better. And if it need be, I can plug in a controller. So it gives me, liberty both ways. And I know there's been so many updates. Let me tell you guys... My last console was PS2. So I am very outdated, okay? However, my gaming does not involve a computer. I sit at a table with friends and we go on magical journeys, hence the D&D. So let me throw this away. And that is 10 tablespoons of butter. Let me put this back in the fridge as per the instructions. Where'd the grape jam come from? All right. So I got that in the fridge. In a bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar. Sometimes cook players... Oh, on Call of Duty. Is that World War III? W3? I don't know. So here's the flour. Baking powder. Remember, I made a point not to mix these two. So I need 1.5 teaspoons of the baking powder. Oh, that just came off. So why do I have it still? Warzone 3. Okay. So here's 1 and about 1/2. 2 baking powder. Using very annoying sticky bomb. Oh, sticky bomb. Baking soda, which is 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So that's about 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little less. Baking soda. Okay. The salt, which I'm not going to bother measuring the salt. And I can't believe that a fly just popped in. And finally, the sugar, which is 1.5 tablespoons. Or, I'm sorry, let me look that up again. 1.5 teaspoons, sorry. 1.5. Okay, and I'm going to whisk that together. And got one down and tried reviving. It went behind the truck with the AK and eliminated from the game. That's funny. So that's a lot of flour. Let me go ahead and point you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's better. That way you can see in the bowl more. So I have that whisked together pretty much. Looks pretty uniform to me. It's mostly flour. Okay. And then add the chilled butter and toss the pieces into the dry mixture and coat them using your fingertips. Break up and press the butter into pea-sized pieces. So this is where it's going to get a little messy. I got money from selling accounts. Cool. I was actually thinking of selling my IMVU. Now, let me definitely make sure my hands are clean because this is going to get a little messy. I'm going to wash my hands again because I've been playing with some stuff. I always wash my hands, but then it's like I touch my phone, I touch this, I touch that. I made 7 bands and got a 14-year-old friend with 14 bands on PayPal. What is a band? So, touch my phone, touch this, touch that, and it's like this time I'm actually touching the food. So I want to make real sure that my hands are absolutely clean. And where I'm playing with flour and butter, absolutely dry. A band means 1,000. Oh, okay. Like money? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break up these little butter pieces. Wait a minute, with your fingers? Okay. So coat the butter. Butter is coated. Break them up with my fingers. Oh, if you just push on them really hard, they come right apart. Yes, 1,000 in money. That's cool. Yeah, maybe I said, I think I might sell my IMVU. Because, like, the last time I really looked at it, I think it might be worth about $400, $4,000. I gotta do the conversion because there's a lot on my account. I was on for about 12 years. And I had it turned back on. I got back on it, played for a day, and it's like, it's just not a part of my life anymore. But there's so much on it that somebody else could be very happy with it. And like I said, it spans 12 years of my life, so there is a lot on it. Yes, you can get profit. I do on Discord or eBay. Well, let me think about it. One, I don't know if I can sell my IMVU accounts. I think there might be actual terms of service violations involved in that. So I'm just squeezing the butter into the flour now, which doesn't feel like a very good butter to flour ratio. And coat them using your fingertips. Break apart and press the butter into pea-sized pieces. Okay, well, I'm going to add the buttermilk next. And I think once I add the buttermilk, because I still got this butter kind of like this. I think once I add the buttermilk, this might be a better, more uniform texture. This, to me, is a very weird process. But I kind of see where it's going, but it's kind of like in my mind, I want to use liquid butter just to really get that in there. Discord doesn't care if you break the TOS, sell an account. eBay isn't against TOS. Oh, well, okay. Like I said, I'm thinking about it. I haven't really made up my mind because I'm still kind of like, what if that one day I feel like getting back on? But then I already took a 3-year break from IMVU once. Right now I'm going on like 4 or 5 years. And I got on my old account, didn't like it, just made a new account. So if and when I come back, I might just go ahead and make a new account and use the money from the account I have. What's on the account that's worth selling? 12 years worth of rooms, furniture, clothing, accessories. IMVU is a chat program. I heard you. I know you're ready. Thank you. Alright, so this is getting uniform. It's getting a little more sticky. So I'm really liking the texture of this. It's... I mean, like, it was my life. It's an addiction. A lot of people are on it to escape reality. I was on it to escape reality. I lost one of my best friends that I had known since I started on the server. And that was kind of like the final blow for me, and I stayed around for a little bit. And I had already made a vow for myself when I got my life together I wouldn't be on anymore. Well, I got in a relationship and started living with a guy, and where I was living with a guy, I didn't have a reason to be on it. R.I.P., thank you. So you have monetary value on Discord? No, not Discord, IMVU. I don't know if you can have monetary value on Discord. So I got that going. Use your fingertips, press apart into pea-sized pieces. Add the buttermilk. Let me give this one last stir. Add the buttermilk, and with a sturdy spoon, stir to form a sticky dough with pockets of dry ingredients remaining. Okay? With pockets or no pockets? Let me reread that. With no pockets. Okay. No pockets of dry ingredients remaining. I didn't think so. With Discord, you can sell accounts for cheaper, like Roblox. Selling a core blocks on Discord costs $40.70. So you can get profits if you do trades and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, this wouldn't be a trade. It'd be like, here's screenshots of everything in my inventory. Here's the asking price, and here's my Cashapp. You want it? Because I don't think... I think in and with I do, I'm not going to negotiate. And like I said, I really want to make sure it's not against TOS. Because I would hate to sell somebody something and then it gets caught and turned off. So that is a very sticky dough. I'm not seeing any dry pockets of ingredients. And I have a very... But if you go first, you'll probably get scammed on Discord. That's what I mean. I'm not giving anybody my account without seeing something in my Cash App. So next I'm going to take a flexible spatula and I'm going to spray it. And I forgot to grab my spray. Oh, hey, my spray. So, press the butter. Okay. No pockets of dry. Coat a flexible spatula with non-stick cooking spray and scrape the dough into the greased baking pan. Discord got a lot of 12-year-old scammers. I believe that. No, you really want the scammers? Woo! You really want scammers? Try Snapchat. Woo! Hello. Hold up. Can't talk to you guys if I can't see you guys. Whew, okay. Woo! No, stay. I don't want you there. I want you there. I got scanned by my friend out of Roblox Clockwork headphones. Well, if you got scanned by a friend, he wasn't a very good friend. So, scrape the dough into the greased pan. So first thing I'm going to do, oh, this works great where it's greased, is I'm going to scrape the spoon. And then I will scrape the dough. Now, I gave myself some extra time. I hope I'm not doing this too early, because this is a travel game. I'm going to family's house to do this tonight. It is their game, and their game is awesome. This is actually my favorite game. It's a homebrew. And I get to play a fairy. I love my fairy bard. Woo, I got dough everywhere. That's what the cat and dog are for. And it says to stop and spray the spatula again. I didn't do that, and obviously you see that I've made a fatal mistake in not doing it. And he said thanks for the free Clockwork headphones account. I tried trading for an Epic Face account that costs $400. Wow. Alright, so I got that in the pan. Coat the flexible. Flour your hands generously and pat the dough into an even layer, making sure to push out the corners and edges. Clean and coat the spatula again if necessary and score the dough into 9 equal squares. Alright, so let me get that flour back out. And like I said, this is why I made sure my hands were super clean. Go sleep. Have a great night, ghosts. Always awesome seeing you. Like I said, I'm so glad I got that reserve flour. So let me go ahead. Let me move so you can see what I'm doing. And I am coating my hands so much because I don't want to have to call Nyx up here. And get in the cracks too. But this way the dough shouldn't stick to your hands, which it just did. Which means I need a little more. Alright. There we go. And I like this because it's not kneading, it's just pushing this out to make sure it covers the whole pan. Now I'm getting a little doughy there. Let me get some flour on that finger. You can see where it's, well, maybe you can't because of the lighting. There we go. That looks pretty even. Because when it bakes, it's still going to kind of spread and expand. So let me get a paper towel real quick. Excuse me. getting down and dirty, but it's like as soon as I'm done being dirty. Get the flour and dough off my hands and my nails. I'm going to have to brush them when I get off camera. And close that once my hands are a little more dry. Of course, I just wash my hands and then I brush powder into my hand. That is how genius I am. So next, it says to take the spatula, coat it again, and score it to make 9 pieces. So let me go ahead and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that over the bowl. Which I think I should have wiped off the excess dough before I did that. Let me do it again. Which I understand why it wants everything sprayed and floured, because this dough is a little hard to work with. Which I'm very thankful that it's not a very needy recipe like I've done in the past. So I'm going to go ahead cut it that way, and then over here, boop, 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 boop. And I'm dragging the dough as I'm going, which I think was the whole point of spraying it, so that didn't happen. So let me spray it again. And shake off the excess. Okay, and then go this way. That's why you see me kind of doing this thing. That way I'm doing kind of a chop so the score stays. And I'm using the flat edge against the side. That, and I don't really want to drag the dough. So that's a little bit of a waste. But you can see, maybe with the lighting, I don't know, you can see the 9 pieces. So, 2 cuts in each direction, dividing the dough into 3 rows each direction, reaching the bottom of the pan as you score. Bake until the biscuits are a deep golden brown on top, about 30 minutes, rotating the pan 180 degrees halfway through baking time. Whoa! Too hot. So I'm going to set that for 15 minutes. Man, heat coming off that oven. So where that's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start cutting off this video. But next, when that's done baking, cool the biscuits in the pan for 5 minutes, remove the biscuits from the pan, and set them on a wire rack. Cut the remaining 1 tablespoon of room temperature butter into 1/2 pieces and put them on the surface of the biscuits. Wait a moment for them to begin melting and use a brush or spatula to spread them over the biscuits. Cool the biscuits for about 12 minutes more, pull them apart, and serve warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the pan onto a wire rack. And then I'm going to butter them and then spread them. So, like I said, I'm not going to do that right now because that's a lot of dead air time. And as you guys have seen in the past, I am not good at dead air time. If you guys like what I do, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to definitely share this video. I am a third of the way to being both partnered and monetized with YouTube. The only thing I am lacking is my watch time. So please, please, please watch and share. It's the simplest thing I could ask you. If you'd like to support me a little more than that, I have Cashapp and PayPal in the description. Both are EmberBurnsBlack, as well as my Amazon wish list, which has a lot of cool stuff for D&D, which I am planning on bringing D&D to YouTube, probably another channel. I'm probably going to be presenting D&D soon. And just some stuff from my life that I would really like. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next week.